What's good, my peoples? It's Illuminati Blue in the building. Illuminati Blue in the building, man. Hey, what's up, family? Chris J, YG Knight, Sylvester Solomon, 2011, Jay Daniels, Newell Jordan. What's up, family? Boy, everybody watches me, huh? Kenneth Pinckney, my brother. What's up, family? Got to meet my brother Kenneth Pinckney today. What's good, great brother? Hey, I got to meet my brother Kenneth Pinckney today, man. Hey, man, that's a blessing, bro. Shouts out to my brother Kenneth Pinckney, man. Mark Fralin, what's good? Man, we got to take a picture, bro. See, easy, all work is easy work. What's good, great brother? Blue, drop the link. You did Tay M dirty. Let me get a link. I don't even know you. Mark Fralin, what's up, family? Kevin Jackson, what's good? I don't even know you, brother. Sorry. Don't even know you. Don't even know you, brother. Kevin Jackson, what's good? I don't got time for y'all paper bag games, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all play paper bag games. Y'all play paper bag games. I don't got time. Go ahead and keep playing your paper bag games, brother. He said, you're a hypocrite, and I can prove it. Cool. You got $500? You want to put 500 on it? Huh? See easy work? You want to put $500 on it? Huh? Kenneth Pinckney, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a go on your boy Blue. Salute, Blue. Finally got to meet you today. I told my lady those shades ain't fooling me. That's my guy, Blue Blood. Salute, bro. Hey, salute my brother Kenneth Pinckney, man. Hey, bro, it's a pleasure and it's an honor, great brother. It's an honor and it's a pleasure, man. And hey, bro, we gotta link up, man. We gotta take a picture, man. Monda Mansa Musa LLC, what's up, family? Hey, man, hey, bro, it's great meeting you, bro. Hey, that you made my day, bro. Jonathan 97, what's good? I love to meet the family, man. All facts. All facts. All facts. All facts, great brother. Okay, see easy, all work is easy work. Yeah, no problem. So when we're done here, when we're done with when Mike Hunter leaves, then I'll gladly cook you. And for the record, you're going to have to put up. I'm good for mines. Elbow, what's up, family? And you're going to have to put your bread up. I don't play paper bag games. Sakari, what's good? Okay. Yes, sir. I don't play paper bag games, brother. And don't disappear. So salute to my brother, man. So anyway, back to regular scheduled programming. You offered Tate 200, but you wanted to bet me 500 talking about paper bag games. Yeah, I said 500. Yeah, no doubt. Your boy got cooked earlier, sitting here talking jibber jabber, right? And I don't mind giving you the work. I don't even know you, but make sure you have my bread. Professor X, what's up, family? Oh, I will. Oh, I will. Oh, I definitely will. Believe that. Jesse, oh, my brother, what's up, family? Believe that. Guillermo Maldonado, what's up, family? Believe that. My brother, Charles Edward Cheese in the building. What's good with your cheese? Coda, what's up, family? How you feeling? What's goody with you? What's goody with you? Brother, I'm not running from anything. I have more important things to do. I have special guests coming on. I don't know what you're talking about. And I have no problem giving you that work. You best believe that. And you're going to put your money up ahead of time, right? Because I'm good for mines. Professor X, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Salute to my brother, Professor X. I appreciate you, King. JJ Short Deuce, what's up, family? Just don't disappear. Easy money. Easy money. Brother, please stop. Now you're interrupting my chat. Now you're interrupting my chat. Okay? So, like I said, once I'm finished here with this, you will gladly get the work. And you're going to be here because you're going to continue to watch. And so guess what? Then you're going to put your bread up. Game 12306. What's up, family? And I'm going to take your money. You're going to put your bread up ASAP. Monty Norman, what's good, great brother? And I'm going to take your bread. And guess what? I'm going to turn it into all singles because I don't need it. I'm going to give it away. And I'm going to give it away. Denzel Horton, what's up, family? Oh, man, Coda, I'm sorry to hear that, great brother. Blessings to you and your family, great brother. Hey, man, just be strong, great brother. See, easy. Continue to be strong, Coda. Blessings to you, great brother. Blessings to your family. May the universe continue to comfort you. Just remember that you walk alongside of them. He said, then let's cook stuff. Hey, bro, listen. I'm going to tell you again, brother. I've contributed money to your channel. I don't know who you are, so I don't know when you contributed money to my channel. Mark Fraven, what's good? I don't know when you contributed money to my channel, brother. So I don't know what you're talking about. And like I said, once I'm finished with my interview and when I'm finished, then you'll gladly get this work. Period. So if it's, you're running. Running from who? I'm sitting right here. What are you talking about? Donald Cooley, what's up, family? Texas, what's good, great brother? You are government bred, easy dough. Government bred, easy dough. Hold on. Hey, Abamah, what's good? Yeah, me too, man. Me too, great brother. Johnny Elegant, what's up, family? He wants attention, but I'm going to. He's so I don't wait on no man. I don't do that. No, I don't do that. I'm not waiting on you. You will, and you'll continue to watch. DeVille Hustle, what's up, family? Can't wait. Bro, I'm gonna tell you one more time, brother. Like I said, you're gonna put up your bread when I'm finished with the interview, and you'll get the work. You keep interrupting my chat, then I'm going to block you. Jesus Valdez Carranza workout, what's good? Ahmad L, what's good, family? Fit for life. My brother in the super chat, he said, in the house, LOL, cook him. Oh, yeah. He wants attention. Wants attention, brother. I never seen grown men campaigning for another grown man's attention. You contributed to my channel. When? I don't even know you, brother. Relax. Find something to do with your time. Why are you concerned about what I do? All right, brother. Goodbye, man. Now I don't want you here. You're interrupting my chat. Now you're interrupting my chat. Quincy Carter, my brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. Okay, goodbye, brother. Thanks for coming. Goodbye. Quincy Carter, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, Blue, big respect for your dedication to the sport and constant grind. Where does it come from? Man, my passion for the sport, great brother. Passion for the sport. Right? I don't go around campaigning for other grown men's attention. I got a passion, actual passion for the sport. You know what I'm talking about? Fat and Baker.
Blue from New York. They natural born hustlers. He being modest. Yo, you ever go to New York?
My brother, my co-host in the building. Joseph Johnson, what's up, family?
Salute.
What's good, great brother?
Man, New York sell you the plastic to the bottle without the water. Like,
all facts.
Yeah. Nah, brother. See, this. Yo, this block out the 5G. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This that netter. This that metal netter plastic. You know what I'm saying? You get that water. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You get that water. It just start twirling. You know what I'm saying? Just take out the negative vibes. How much is the bottle, brother? $12. With no water in it. You be like, yeah. Hey, they smart too. They be like, yeah, that water got osmosis in it. You be like, osmosis?
Yeah, he said the fool, bro. He said with no water in it.
Yo, without a bottle without the water in it, man. They think they Coca-Cola.
Yeah, you a fool.
Salute, chat. Love y'all, man. All right, y'all think I'm playing? Talk to somebody from New York. Yo, I never forget, yo. I was talking to a vegan shop. Hey, man. Cheese. I'm not playing, Cheese. I talked to somebody in a vegan shop. I was getting some vegan chicken, right? So I'm already mad that they using what they call like seitan for the meat, and then they was using like sugar cane for the bone, right? So I'm mad already, right? I'm hungry, and the brother talking to me about when he became a vegan. By the end of the 45-minute conversation, he said, yeah, I usually charge for that information, but you know, brother, man, I said, man, don't make me slap him. He told me he usually charge for that information. Brother, I want you to go 20 minutes ago. I would have paid you to leave. You know what I'm saying? I was so mad. I was hungry for about a week. I was eating beans, right?
Yeah, ASAP, what he told you? What he said?
Yo, yeah, you know, brother, you know what I'm saying? I usually charge for this. No, punch him. I was hangry.
He usually charged for that?
Yeah, I usually charge for this. He was from New York, from the stoop.
Yo, he said, what'd he say? I usually charge for this?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, hey, listen. I know how it is. Tyana Scott, peace and blessings to the beautiful queen. Blessings, queen. Hey, listen. When you walk through Harlem, you just gotta be like, listen, I'm good. Joseph Townsend, what's up, family? I'm good. Man, you say I'm good about 3,000 times walking through Harlem.
Yo.
I'm good.
Man, and bro, impressive too. I remember coming back from New York. I remember coming back from New York, and I'm wondering, should I tell y'all the truth, man? Because I really feel duped. You know what I mean?
They got over on you,
man. Like, yo, I don't even want to talk about it, man. I don't even want to talk about it, man. I really feel duped. You know what I'm saying? Yo, chat, y'all want me to tell y'all, man, I got duped. I did a lot of dumb stuff when I was younger, man. Seriously. Very stupid. Very gullible. Oh, man. Who in the building? Salute to everybody in the building.
Hey, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, oh, Cheese said got to. Cheese said he got to. Yo. Fish fry emoji. All right, so I'll tell you, man. First time going to New York, right? I'm probably about, I don't know, maybe 22 at the time. So I'm talking to this dude. I'm gullible. Y'all swear I want to tell this. I swear I want to tell this story, man. Talking to the dude, right? Yo, will you just get quote unquote conscious, right? You know what I'm saying? You walk around with your daishiki, you got your shade, your shade butter, you got your shade on the house. Yo, don't laugh, because it's not funny. It's not funny. Yo, you all in your emotions. You looking at Nomo X. You looking at all type of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Eugenics. So you mad, you emotional. You know what I'm saying? And then you always got this one brother or sister that do readings, right? Readings. And y'all go there like, yeah, young brother. You know, I get the readings and get you some sage and make sure you protected and all this other goofy stuff. So I go there, dashiki and all. Goofy is it? I go there. Yo, brother charged me like $800 to $1,000 for a reading. I realized I got gypped. Me and my cousin. He like, yeah, I see in your future. Oh man, you're gonna be good, man. Yeah, I see you with different properties and stuff like that. Yeah, you doing real good. So in the middle of it, you know, I tend to be stupid in a moment, but facts, Quincy Carter. So after I realized, I was like, yo, was we really on the flow doing this reading? Like, brother ain't really got, like, I went to him like, yo, I got more money than this dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? He gave me a reading. It was the worst, man. It was the worst. That was my first time in New York. I got chipped. Yeah.
Yo,
that's what happened, man. They got me in that phase.
Yeah,
they got me in my early phase.
Hold on. But A-side, you had your dashiki on?
Yo, what? You couldn't tell me nothing. My skin was on fleek, boy. You talking about I had that shea butter shining. What you talking about? Huh? Yeah. The real sea moss, no flavor in it. Like snot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hungry. I'm hangry. You been eating all that.
Yo.
Angry and hangry.
Yo, son.
Yo.
Oh, man.
Oh,
hey, I sent him the link. We just waiting for him to come on through. He said give him a couple minutes.
Fine. Yeah, looking at all the hidden colors, they got me blue. They got me good, man. Yeah, they got
Yo, dashiki is wild, bro. But I got a closet full of dashikis, brother.
I knew I wasn't the only one that got in that phase, but I'll tell the truth though. Yeah, I
had dashikis. I got my beads, everything, brother.
Hey, tell me why. I'm gonna send it to you so you don't think I'm lying.
Hold on. Fun fact. Oh, let me see if I found this picture I have.
Hey, Blue.
Yo, hold on. I'm gonna show you a wild picture, bro. I'm gonna show you a wild picture. Yo.
Hey, Blue, I'm about to send it to you.
What's your picture?
Yo, hey, no, my uncle did something, but he reminded me of, you know, like some of the bold stuff you say, man. He just like controversy, man. He in the doctor's office, you know, you got to fill out the form or whatever like that. And they said, what form of contraceptives that you use? And he wrote in pull-out game.
What? Yo, that's wild. Yo, I told you, yo.
No, read it. Look at the thing. He wrote in pull-out game. Yo, I said this man, wow, man. And send me the picture.
Hold on.
He just never know what he gonna say. Oh man.
Yo. I ever told you that story where my cousin went to the job interview. I ever told you that story? And he went back. Yo, my cousin went to a job interview, right? And you know, he from the streets, so on and so forth, right? So he goes to a job interview, right? And he comes back and he didn't get the job. So he's super upset. So he's telling my mother. My mother is one of the most straightforward, honest people. It's almost comes off as rude, right?
Right.
So, but all my family members, they look to my mom. You know what I mean? Like she's like the business person, you know, like that, right?
Right.
So my cousin goes to the job interview, and he don't get the job. So he comes back, and he's telling my mother like, "Yeah, auntie, I ain't get the job. You know, I can't understand. You know, they discriminating this. So she's like, she's like, oh, this is wrong. You know, and my mother's active in the community, all types of stuff, right? So she goes, well, let me see. He said, they gave me back the they gave me back the application. So my mother said, let me see the application. Yo, I kid you not. Yo, A-side in chat. Yo, my mother is, she don't mean to be. And at the time, I tell you, she comes off, she's very stern. She said, remember I tell you before when she told me, she looked at my cousin and she said, take this application and get out. And get away from me.
She said that?
Yeah, she said, get away from me, right? So he's like, auntie, what's wrong? She was like, get away from me. Right? So I didn't know what happened. So my sister's like, let me see the application. Yo, where in the part it said, where you from? Yo, where it says where you reside at, and you know what this dude put? Yo, inside this dude put the hood, DA hood. Yo. Yeah. Yo, he put DA hood, the hood. Yo. I was laying on the floor in tears. Yo, I literally had tears. My mother was so angry, even at me, right? Yo, she was so livid. She was like, yo, she was telling us like, what's funny? What's funny? Yo, me and my sister was literally in tears. It said DA hood, the hood. Yo.
Oh my God.
Amazing.
Oh man. Yo,
the hood, DA hood, bro. I was in tears, bro.
He was serious.
He was dead serious, bro. Yeah. He was dead serious. The hood, DA hood, bro. I was in tears. I said, bro, you did not put this. You did not put this. I'm in tears now. I'm like, bro, you did not put this. He was like, what? Yo, my mother was sick. She was sick, crazy, bro. Man. The hood, man. DA hood. Not even the. He put the. Yo, I was in tears, bro. Tears.
Oh man. Well, yeah, that got me. Yeah, woo. Yeah, that's funny, man. And man, I was gonna be menacing and send it to you while you was doing the lab, or while you was doing the lab, while you was doing the lab earlier today. I was like, no, I'm not gonna do it.
Bro, I would have been in bed, bro.
Yo, did you see it? Did you see it?
Yeah.
Zoom in.
Yeah, I bro. Yo, pull out game is crazy. Pull out game is crazy, bro. That's wild.
Hey, the funny part about it, hey, he's not an idiot neither, but he just loved to see stuff.
Yeah, he did. He clearly did that on purpose to poke at him.
Yeah, he just loved to stir stuff up.
Just to stir the pot. Bro.
Oh man.
Bro.
Frank, salute, great brother.
Oh man. Yeah, let's get into this boxing talk. But
nah, definitely good.
My brother Ron, Broken Traditions in the building. What's up with you, Ron? Hey, Ron know my mom. My mom is tell Ron to tell you she's super serious about everything.
Oh, this dude.
Yeah, Ron know my mom. Me and Ron, we grew up together, literally. Bro, he put
she sounds like a ball of fun, but not on purpose.
Yeah.
You got some people that's like that. That's just naturally funny.
My mother is serious as they come, boy. Yo, hilarious. J Pitty City, my brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on us in the super chat. He said, like when Marlon Wayans was filling the job app in the movie when it actually was sexy, he said, hell yeah. Yo, facts. All facts. Facts, J Pitty City. Yo, my cousin put the hood. The hood is wild, bro. The hood. Yeah, man. So let's get into this boxing talk, man, while we wait for the great brother to come on in here. Yeah, DJ, he put the hood. Michael Gonzalez, what's good? Chapo Go Rambo, what's good? Yeah, Chapo Go Rambo. I ain't never seen, man, bro. Why is people concerned with what I say? CGT, the King 27, what's good? You got so many people just concerned with what I be saying. Why? Why does it matter what I say? You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Now you got some people talking about I'm in the Illuminati.
Oh, they say you in the Illuminati?
Yeah, now I'm in the Illuminati, bro. Now I done made it. Now I know I made it, bro.
You know you made it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You made it.
Yeah, once
you good.
Yeah, once they say you're in the Illuminati, now I'm in the Illuminati. It's amazing, bro.
Yeah, that's
there you go.
Good. Now you made it. It's official.
There you go, my brother. What's good with you, champ?
Salute.
Good. What's going on?
Nothing much,
man.
On,
great brother?
Hey, Mike. They claiming, Mike, that I'm in the Illuminati, man. I done made it, man. You heard me, Mike?
I think he's getting his audio together.
Oh, there y'all go. What's up?
What's going on with you,
How you feeling, great brother?
Not much. I'm good, man. Working.
Hey, Mike, I was just saying, man, when I left you today, I looked on the internet and they were saying that Blue was in the Illuminati. Now I'm in the Illuminati, man. I done made it.
That's a fact.
Tell you.
That's a fact.
All we needed some. Are you throwing up some signs now?
That's it. It's over.
That's it. It's over. Hey, but Mike,
that's Blue over. No.
Over. Hey, bro. It's just getting ridiculous now, man.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, Mike, man, this is my brother, my co-host, A-side, man. That's Mike Hunter.
Salute to you, great brother. Salute to you. Nothing much. It's boxing talk, great brother.
Heck yeah, man. I'm with it.
Yes, sir, man. So, man, I was in the gym with Mike today, and we was chopping it up, man. He been out the ring for an extensive period of time, but he'll be back in the ring on Saturday, right?
That's right. Be back in the ring on Saturday. I was just talking to him about my, my history in boxing.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And my grandpa's first, one of his first fighters was Joe Louis. Archie Moore was a good friend of my family's. You know what I'm saying? So, my dad, my grandpa also worked with George Foreman and Razor Ruddock. So, I come from a long, a long line, and that's on my mom's side. Not even on my dad. My dad was a professional fighter as well. So,
He had no choice.
And tell them about the story, man, where you was watching the documentary.
Yeah,
and
man.
Then see your family in there.
Yeah, man, it was crazy because, my mom always talk about. She used to call him Uncle Archie. Uncle Archie. That's a big, somebody that's been around our family for a long time. It was my grandpa's long-term friend and stuff. So, I was actually looking up trust law and stuff like that, and a random video popped up and said Archie Moore, and I know the history, between my family and Archie. I didn't really know too much, about the politics that he was involved in, but I knew that he fought until he was old, and he had a lot of fights and stuff like that. He fought everybody, and he was kind of like. As far as the modern style, like rolling and giving it back, you can see it right there. And they didn't do that. You can see other fighters. You see them; they're not doing the same fighting style as he is. But so I was watching the video. I watched it this is like my third time watching it. Well, this is my first time watching it, and but I ended up watching it a few more times. And then after I watched it, I noticed my grandpa was on there. And he was wiping down Archie Moore's face and stuff like that. And I showed a picture of Blue, and then I started talking about Rick Glazer always talk about a story about my grandpa being at the Caesars. My grandpa was one of the first black men to actually walk on the Caesars Palace on the Strip. I mean,
wow.
And talking about Rick Glazer. I don't know if y'all know Rick Glazer. He's an older gentleman. When he was 19 years old, getting in the game of boxing. He was talking about how my grandpa always dressed nice, and he was always on time and stuff like that. So these are little moments I like to capture. You know what I'm saying? I would like to I'm going to do an interview and get all these little different pieces of my family and stuff like that.
For sure.
Man, yeah. That's beautiful, man. The lineage, man. We was talking, me and Mike was talking, and we was talking about how, when you grow up in it, you don't learn to appreciate it until you're older,
right?
Because it's normal to you, you know what I mean? And I was telling Mike that, man, for me growing up in and around with next to boxers, living with boxers, and all I could focus on was football.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you just can't, it's just normal. Like you said, your family is saying Uncle Archie. You know what I mean?
And right. At the Olympics, when I was in 2008 for the Olympics, you always have we had media training, and we had all these, different, little classes and stuff. So we went to media training, and Julie Goldsticker, she never let this story go. So I'm telling it now. She asked me what was exciting about, what was interesting about me and my family. And I couldn't think of anything, and then she was like, well, your family's in boxing. Tell me. I was like, he's like, what's your fondest memory of your dad? I was like, my dad kind of sparring with Mike Tyson and stuff like that. Just remember around that time. And everybody was baffled, but I didn't see it. I was like, what? I don't get it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's just normal, something we just grew up in.
Right. You just don't again, it's normal to you.
Yeah, it's like those trust fund babies, they all get all the money.
Yeah, that's exactly what you are.
You know how it works. They just know they get a check every month,
Right. You don't know nothing different. Now for you as well as a fighter yourself, man, you've been in the ring with some of the best fighters. And that don't include under the lights, but in sparring. You've been in there with any and everybody.
Absolutely.
I remember the fight, how big a fight it was when you fought Usyk. You know what I mean? I remember how big that fight was. And now he's grown since that time, right? And now he's looked at. People have him top 5 pound for pound, and people, he undisputed, and he's the unified champion, man. Just attest to your experience being in the ring. with so many different fighters, getting so much knowledge, so many different styles. Just, what is it like for you?
You know, I just think you know, learning how to play chess at the highest level has been something I've been always interested in. You know, I gained a lot being an amateur as an amateur in the Vladimir Klitschko camp. I was in there for maybe 5 different fights in one Vitaly Klitschko camp, and you know, I was an amateur, so and I was doing a lot of the brunt of the work. You know, I was actually end up being the main sparring partner as an amateur, so I have been able to have a lot of experience. Like I said, my dad fought Oliver McCall, was his first, and I fought Oliver when he was, and I was a baby when they knew each other. You know so,
Yeah.
you know, I've been around for a long time. I've had, you know, I have a son. You know, kind of reminds me of the same thing. Like I just used to go in the gym, and even when I wasn't, you know, boxing, I would just watch. You know, I've been watching and I've been in the gym and trying to hit the speed bag for a long time, you know, just boxing other little kids, you know, kids that are bigger than me and stuff. So, like you said, it's just running the family. And, I mean, I enjoy it. I like to spar. It doesn't matter. You know, I'm competitive. So if I hear somebody that's really competitive, I get in there and really see and test my own, you know, my own ability, whether it's an actual fight or in the ring. That's just something that, you know, I'm into.
Right. Your mic is cutting up a little bit.
Oh, mine?
Yeah.
Is it any better?
Yeah, that's better.
So, champ, when you actually fought Usyk, you was off for like 11 months. But early in that fight, I mean, I arguably gave you the first majority of the first round in the first half until like I think round 5 you really start to pick it up.
Yeah.
When you see Usyk now, I see a lot of the same tendencies that he had back then. He have now. Would you love to run that back with Usyk? And what are some of the things that you think that you can capitalize on now?
Absolutely. I think one of the biggest things was, you know, having a team and you know, being, you know, even though it's an individual sport, you know, you have so many people involved to try to make these things happen. Um, um, your team and their team, you know what I'm saying, in the promotion. So I think one thing is, you know, just to having the right people around me. You know, the fight is usually won and lost during the training. So, you know, having the right people around you and, you know, just being able to be focused. If you see that, if you look at that fight, if you look at the tail of the tape of the fight, you'll see that I was lighter in the weigh-in than I was. I was lighter in the night of the fight than the actual weigh-in. And, you know, due to, you know, inexperience and having an inexperienced team, I was actually a little bit dehydrated. Well, a lot of bit dehydrated. And even though I'd get, you know, like you said, it wasn't like I was getting blown out or anything, but I kind of knew that I was in for it on the first round, you know. So and people still give me the argument that, you know, it was the toughest fight, but I was immediately wanted to run it back, you know, right away. You know what I'm saying? So I was able to see things in there too. I don't think at that time he was in the best of shape. You know, I think he would be much prepared now because, you know, his team is different. You know, you know, he's a world champion, so he's being looked after a little different. You know, and you know, I think I would love. I mean, as a competitor, that's actually the only fight that I would that only really intrigues me. You know, other than that, I would just want to entertain and let these people know, you know, I'm the best.
Nice.
And I was telling him earlier too, Asa, that it's unfortunate because he has experience and his style is a bad style matchup for most heavyweights because heavyweights are slow and is very fast and can box and is durable, right? So it can upset the apple cart, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Very slick. Yeah. And especially in that Usyk fight.
They never really know what kind of person is going to come out. Is he going to be this or is he going to be that? And I think that's like the most dangerous thing, That's why I also think it's a kind of a good matchup for Usyk and Fury. I think that Usyk gives him a problem because of the size and he's not as much as aggressive as I am, but we've known that Tyson Fury has problems with smaller movers. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's funny, right, Mike? Because the entire chat it keeps saying the same thing, and this is what me and you was just talking about. They keep saying fight Jared Anderson.
Ooh, give him to me.
Salute my agent.
Hey, we was talking about this in the gym, but I'll let you attest to that.
Yeah, you got to lay it on us, great brother. What you like about that fight?
I mean, he's young. They're big on him. He has a lot more experience that he needs to go through, and I just think it would be a good time for us to fight. He's high. You know what I'm saying? He's a big, strong kid. I just think I come from a rich soil. You know what I'm saying? So it would just be very interesting. We've been in the ring before, so we do have a look there. You know what I'm saying? So it only makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
It only makes
Now you was in that fight with Povetkin. I thought you won the fight. Every time I watch the fight, I'm like, I clearly thought you won the fight, but they were trying to line him up for big fights, right? And it's the politic game, right? It's not a fair game; it's a politic game.
That's right.
So what? Just attest to that, man. What you being in it as fans, we can see it, but you're in it.
It's so many politics. I don't want to go too deep, but
right.
If you see at the end of the fight, the moment they said the first card, the first scorecard, I said, and you can see my lips, I said it's a draw. I already knew exactly what time it was, and if you watch the interview there, people ask me, well, why weren't you so mad because you thought you won and all that? You have to, not every fighter to excel in their career has to win. Not every fighter, every fighter is fighting a different fight when they get in there. That's why I always use Fight Night as example. If you ever played a career, if the career mode, you'll never go in the full power, or you can't knock them down this round, or you know what I'm saying, or you got to do this or do that. Always coming in with some type of stipulation, some type of handicap. So you have to know what your battle is and where your fight is in that fight. So I knew that 90% of the fights that I do, I gotta really, win and win in good fashion, or I'm gonna be in the back end. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, that's the politics of boxing. It's been around for a long time. That was the whole reason why I was even looking at the Mongoose. They
I was just about to ask you to tell that story.
Yeah, they dried him out for over a decade, and and he wrote letters and letters to whoever he could, you know what I'm saying, just to try to get these fights. And to this day he still has the probably the greatest record.
And tell him who you're talking about.
I'm talking about Archie Moore, old Mongoose. And like I said, he wrote letters, and he didn't want to adhere to the politics and the mob. So he refused to have those big fights in New York at the time. And but he still continued to push and push and push. And I feel like that was like a telltale sign from my grandpa, because that was a good friend of my family's and stuff like that, to actually kind of put me on game of what it is. And I just I admired that. So You know, it just put a little more fire into the fuel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we was talking about that story earlier, and that's one of the stories that he educated me on, is that he had to petition and essentially plead to get fights, man, for 10 years.
And he was 39 when he finally got a title shot.
Wow.
39, and he won. And then he fought until he was 40. He fought until he was 40 something, 40, 50 years old, 49 years old or something.
Right.
And those were his greatest wins after some of those.
Ridiculous, man. Ridiculous.
Fortitude.
How is it?
I think that has a lot to do with staying consistent and having you being an athlete, letting it be out. So I think that has a lot to do with it. They obviously were in the older times. They didn't really have all this all the technology and stuff like that. So, we got all this different stuff, and they just was straight grind. So
mm-hmm.
I think that played a difference.
Man, in the sport of boxing, how is it where somebody like yourself, you stay in shape? You in shape, you look ready. They come calling, then they see you. Wait a minute, he in shape. No, we'll pass. How is that, man? With the business part of the sport of boxing, man.
Yeah,
there was a few times where I know you was in the mix for a few big fights, and then they turn around and they're like, no, we're going a different direction.
Yeah, it's a learning, because sometimes when you first starting out and you're young, you'll get caught out of shape a little bit. You'll get caught off guard, not totally doing the right things, and that comes with growth. So after a while, when you get in those certain positions, and you kind of see what's going on, you can't take your foot off the gas, and it is unfortunate, because anytime I've been in great shape, like with the Huey Fury, I was very excited. I was sparring 4-minute rounds, 10, 12 4-minute rounds with 3-4 different people, and I was in control, and I was enjoying it. So those are actually the fun times, when you actually get to see where you are in training camp. The fight is the entertainment. The work is really pretty much done. You know what I'm saying? So it is really unfortunate, because you get to spend I spend upwards of $50, $40, $60, $70,000 on a training camp, and then a fight doesn't go through, and then they reschedule it, and you have to do it again, and it's not like it was back in the day, where they give you these stipends and training expenses and stuff like that. They're constantly trying to hit the bar over to benefit them in the best way they can. You know what I'm saying? So
now on Saturday, you said you're fighting on Saturday. And first, my brother Coda, who is a stable of this channel, and I'm one of the pillars here. He said, "How about a fight with Moses Utuma, who has 22 wins?" Mm-hmm.
Look, right now I'm at an age where I can't deny. That's my guy, though. I'm always pulling for him. He made me kind of feel a little old. when I went over there, I met him for the first time. I've already known of him and stuff like that. I've heard great things about him. But when I actually met him, he's a big kid too, big, strong kid. And but he looked at me, and it was in England too, and he's like, "That's the bounty hunter right there." And then he pulled me to his trainer. "Do you know who this is? Do you know who this is?" And he was talking to his trainer. He's like, "You don't know who this is?" He's like, "This is the bounty hunter right here." And just the way he was with me, he made me kind of feel like an old head. So I was like, yeah. But it's cool though. He respected it. I enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was dope. You know what I'm saying? So I wish nothing but the best for him. So But like I said, if any comers come my way, I'm not in a position to say no, because I want them titles. I want to prove that I play at the highest level. I'm the best. I've been the best.
Mm-hmm.
Bar none.
Go ahead, A-Side.
No. I'm just I'm listening to you cook, man. It's just looking at your record, I would think that you will be higher in the rankings. In my opinion, um, I see your style, right? I see how you actually fight, right? And there's one thing about it. It just seems like you. It seems like you're a little bit more fluid than what I thought. How would you describe your style? Because it seemed like 1 minute you can bang, and then next minute you can be technical, you can be slick, you can really work behind the jab. Like how would you describe your style?
Hey, Blue, we've talked. We got a lot of out in that 4 minutes because we were speaking about this as well. I
Oh,
was
sure did, man.
Yeah, I was explaining to him that I had a different learning curve as a pro because I'm a fleet-footed boxer. I'm a boxer puncher, but I really like to be on the back foot and let people walk them into things. And because of my size and my strength, I have to drown them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that big one-hitter quitter. If you sleep on me, you get slept. But
Right.
my strength comes from drowning people. So um, I've had to come forward. I've had to, make it a little ugly and make it a much more of a dogfight and use my will most of the time. And when you pick these battles, when you pick the time to enter, you kind of have to pick how you're going to approach the fight. Especially when you have somebody like with me with my all these abilities and stuff like that. You could lose a fight by just picking the wrong tools that day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So instead of somebody like a Joe Joyce where what you're going to get, you might get more energy or less energy. That'll be about it. But I've had a hard learning curve because of me having to be 2 rounds behind. I've always felt like in my head. I've always been, so I've always had to step forward, step to them, and it would be a lot more smoother if I was on that other side and just got to look pretty. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes we got to get down and dirty. You know what I'm saying? So, and you got to pick those battles and when not to. Depending on um, the style of the fighter. Some people like Andre Ward. I've always respected Andre Ward because unlike Floyd Mayweather is like gifted. You know what I'm saying? He has different abilities where you have to adjust to Floyd. Well, Andre Ward was somebody that he's not as fluid. You know what I'm saying? He's a little rigid a little bit, but he made everything work. He came with the game plan and he had to fight everybody slightly different. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't fight everybody the same way. Floyd is on the kind of on the different side where you gotta change to him. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I am. I have a fluidity about myself, but I'm also I get down and ugly. So like I said, I think that's the biggest hardest part about stepping in the ring with somebody like myself, with all the experience and all the accolades and just all the stuff that I've been through. And I have no I try to be as what do you call it, unbiased about the situation as I approach it. If the dude's stronger than me, he's stronger than me. If he's faster than me, he's faster than me. You know what I'm saying? I accept what is accept, what I accept, and I mean what it is, what it is. I try to stick with the truth. I even tell my coaches, I said, look, if I got one rule: do not lie to me in this corner. You know what I'm saying? You will get fired. ASAP. Because I don't want to go in there. I'm winning. I feel like I'm winning, and then the goose say, you're not doing enough. I like the truth. So, that's how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Right. What you got, Blue?
Yeah. So now you've been in there with Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua,
Andy Ruiz.
Andy Ruiz. I mean, you name them, all the way to the Big Baby Anderson.
Big Baby.
In there.
Yep.
When you
So
are in there, what do you take from each and every one of them
yeah,
to add to you?
and that's funny because a lot of fighters they can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I see what certain things and certain fighters. It's hard to take certain things from them because they're using more of their abilities. I mean, their unique. Especially they might be tall, so their height. So I can't really use that tool. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's very rare. I like to box those little guys. Like somebody like a David Benavidez. I boxed David Benavidez one time. I enjoyed that. These guys are a little bit faster and have a different look. You know what I'm saying? The range is a little different. So it just depends. Sometimes you can't really use them for yourself, but you can exploit what they were doing. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on the fighter. But I enjoy learning and being in the ring and being able to assess and seeing how things go. So that's just something I'm that's what I do. I'm like a scientist in there.
Brother Coda said, who's your next fight and what's your plans moving forward?
Well, my fight is in Mexico and Guadalajara. I'll be fighting on Saturday. I'm not sure if the guy's getting like a little tune-up. I haven't fought in 2 years, pretty much, close to pushing on 2 years, and we're just gonna get back active. Hopefully, we keep it pushing, and we have some things down the line. So one of these guys called me. I have to play the boogeyman's boogeyman and your favorite fighter. You feel me?
Have you had any contacts with anybody for a possible fight with Anderson?
Say that again. Oh yeah, I mean, I think the way the business is, they call people, checking temperature. You know what I'm saying? And I'm usually probably the guy that kind of says, yeah, a little too fast. You know what I'm saying? I gotta wake up or sound like I'm sick or something. like I'm stressed out or something. I gotta change the game up. I get when they call me. I'm like, yeah, what's up? What's up? And then you're like, you know what? That's what happened with Andy Ruiz in the fight. There was nobody around to fight. I was the only one that said, I know. Yeah,
because it came down to you and Andy Ruiz.
Well, Andy Ruiz wasn't in the picture at first. They called me and they said, they gave me the price. I said, I'll take it. They said, oh no. He said, yeah. All right, we'll call you back. Then so they call. I seen that, in the media, they started asking other folks, So I said, and they kept asking. They called me back. I said, yeah, I'm still here, I'll take it. I'm fine.
Yeah. So
they hung up and then they went back to circling. I said, now if they call me back this time, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna charge him.
Yeah.
I said, I was waiting too. I said, there ain't no way. I'll come to save the show.
Right.
So another question was from one of the chat members was, what do you feel about that fight with Dubois after Usyk, and would you be interested in fighting him on the path back to Usyk? Oh, and also when you answer that, do you think that hit was legal?
Come on, man. We can hit there all day. No, you know what the funniest thing is? That day, that fight was in the daytime for us in America, right? So that fight happened, and they called it whatever it called. Then Baby Anderson fights that night, and the ref intentionally calls legal on the belt, and then lets Anderson that dude on the belt all night long.
Mm-hmm.
Did not say not one thing, but you know why?
Yeah.
Because he seen what happened. He was just trying to make a stand. This is illegal. But subconsciously, he let the dude hit him on the belt because that's a legal shot. You feel me? He didn't see nothing wrong with it. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So, I just think that, you like I said, there goes back to you have to understand what fight you're in. You know what I'm saying? Daniel Dubois was supposed to go right back there and get disqualified. Other than going out like he did, you feel me? He's supposed to let there's only one rule in boxing is you letting is with whatever the ref applies. You feel me? It doesn't matter. And that's why it was a legal shot. I mean, it was an illegal shot because the ref made that decision. You feel me? But if it was the reverse opposite side and it was Usyk that hit him on the low, it would have been more favored. It's like when Michael Jordan was playing. You feel me? He telling people that was a foul. You seen him travel. He's like, that was a foul, Mike? Yeah. but he had that luxury. He Michael Jordan. You know me? So that's kind of how it was. Usyk was able to play it off. Now, I don't know if he would have been able to get up or if he would have got up, but we do know that he was over-exaggerating the situation. And
man.
But that is the art of war. He didn't do anything wrong. He won. You feel me? Was supposed to capitalize on that. Now, we can't say what was right or what was wrong. We can't go by the rules because the rules is what the ref applies. So that was it.
No, I like that. So would you be interested in that fight on the path back to Usyk?
Oh, absolutely. I would love to get in the ring with you. That it would be I think that would be a good fight for me and for him because I'm a boxer. He just lost to a boxer, so he would be able to get another view, he got another look, so he would it would be probably a better chance for him to redeem himself. So, but that would be a fun fight for me. My thing is I like to entertain. If y'all ever watch how I come out, I'm always trying to push the note. Even when I go into negotiations, I don't really try to negotiate for the money. I negotiate for more time in the ring entrance. You know what I'm saying? Put some lasers on there. You know what I'm saying? I want to be there for entertainment. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
Be a people pleaser. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's about.
Yeah, man. So what about these rules? Like you said, it's not about the rules. It's about the referee, what he decides that night. What can we change? What can we change about? Because let me tell you what my thoughts are, and then I want you to tell me, right? I said, for one, the judges need to be sitting at the ring like they do at tennis, above the ring, and they should have on earmuffs, right? And have an electronic pad in front of them, and they could touch the touch screen, and at the end of every round, we can pretty much see what judges scored what round for who, and be above the ring. And then we need to add in. There's no shame in adding and taking out human error. If we add in instant replay, if this wasn't a knockdown in between rounds, when you go to the view, just like we do in football and everything else, you could go say, "Oh, that was a headbutt. It was a knockdown. It was a." We just saw in the Richardson Hitchin fight, it was an elbow.
Right. Now but he ruled it a headbutt.
Yeah, right. He was beating the brakes off of him, but it was an elbow that cut him, not a headbutt. Right. You know what I mean? Right. And in this case, what we said with Usyk, that punch was on the belt line. We should be able to go to instant replay in between rounds and say, "Hey, tell the referee, listen." In that minute time, he goes over to the instant replay booth, and they say, "Hey, listen, this wasn't a knockdown. It wasn't whatever. Or maybe it was a knockdown. We missed it." And right before you ring the bell for everybody to come out, you say, "Hey, we checked the monitor. It wasn't knocked down, so on and so forth," and we go. What you say that?
I actually I like it, but you're gonna have a little problem because like I said, the rule in boxing is what the ref applies. So it really doesn't really. I mean, you can enforce the ref to have certain things, but you're not gonna be able to be technical because it's a fight. You know what I'm saying? We're not talking about basketball. You know what I'm saying? You have to let the ref and them do their job. So I think that you could have mechanics or some type of technology make them have better judgment and maybe even make a better community of them applying certain rules. But then again, there it goes. You're gonna continue to mess up the politics because if Usyk didn't fight on their terms how they did, I feel like if that was in America, if that was like over here in Vegas or New York, that would not happen. They would have already called that. They would have said that was a low blow. You know what I'm saying? But because of whose promotion it was on, where it was at, like Michael Jordan, Michael Jordan syndrome. And I think that comes with boxing. That's all about that's how we are thriving at this point, you know. So to change things for the judge not to be able to, you know, make certain calls, maybe a little.
I'm not saying take it out of his hands. I'm just saying that after, you know, leave it in his hands. But if he could, the referee can go back to the monitor himself in between the rounds and say, "Oh, you know what? That was a knockdown, or was it?"
I agree with that because they sometimes like one of the low blow. They gave him 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? They give you 5 minutes, so shoot, you might as well. You know what I'm saying?
Look at the monitor.
But like you said, sometimes it's a fight. You know, they ain't really. Nobody really wants you to take 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? They try like, hey, let's go. You know.
And speaking of which, as a fighter, for you, me and my brother Asai, we're not in the ring, on the outside looking in. But as a fighter, when you in there and you take 5 minutes off, 5 minutes just sitting there, how do you get that? Because I know playing football, when you get those long breaks, it's like, bro.
5 minutes. You know, I think that it's all you know. The thing that they normally don't take 5 minutes is because of boxer's ego. You know what I'm saying? Because we have pride. But if the ref is giving you 5 minutes and you need 5 minutes, or you need, and it ain't got nothing to do with what happened, you feel me? Then you need, and they was gifted to you. Your only job is to win. You know what I'm saying? And look good doing it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's the art of war. You know? And you know what I'm saying? All is else, you know how to go. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I think it would be hard for me to take 5 minutes. You know, as a fighter, you know what I'm saying? When you're in there, you're like, you know, you're in a fight. You know, you're like, you want to get back. So, you have to be a real calm individual, you know, or just ready to be punking out to take them 5 minutes. You know.
Are you cold after those 5 minutes?
That's what
while we still on it.
Like, yeah. You know, how could you be warm and you know what I'm saying, you just on the ground for 5 minutes not doing nothing?
Right.
Yeah,
But I mean, look, let's say you did 10 rounds and you've been dropped twice, you know what I'm saying?
They give you a break.
I don't care if you're cold or not. You might want to be cold, like you might be too hot. You know? Like, too much. Yeah, 5 minutes.
Hey, man.
I'm going over it with the youngins in the gym. I was saying, listen, we need to go over drills like we were going over drills of I was showing them when you get dropped, if you get dropped, or when you get dropped, or you get hurt, you go on your knee. You don't lay on your back. Like there's fighters that they take the 8 count on their back. You don't never do that. You feel me? You have to show the ref, tell a joke, stand up, jump up and down, you know, spin around in circles. Let the ref know that, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you know what I'm saying? Throw him off or something. You know what I'm saying? Spit. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Do something. Feel me?
Right.
You know, you got to make the ref know that, okay, he's aware of what's going on. You can't just lay on your back and, you know, or just look in the stars. You know what I'm saying? You have to be in the fight, you know? So these are drills and these are things that's going to happen in your fights regardless. And you have to go over these. So when it comes down to it, you'll subconsciously, it'll already kick in, you know?
Right. Right.
So, now, speaking of that, I got to get your opinion on this. Yeah, first when I heard it, I wasn't really, I didn't want it. I wanted the Usyk versus Fury fight. What do you think about the Fury versus Francis Ngannou fight? Do you think boxing need that, or do you think he should have just fought Fury?
Francis Ngannou needed. That's the only person that needs in that situation. And actually, Tyson Fury needs it too because he needed an escape. You feel me? Even though we see it was a bad escape. We see where he went. You know what I'm saying? Oh, look, there he goes. We see where he went, but he got away anyway. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I think it was bad for boxing. I think it was great for Francis Ngannou. I mean, we can't take nothing from him or his team for making the fight happen. It's going to be his biggest day with all his fights combined. So, he'll have a platform to continue to, make money and make moves, so we can't be a hater off of that. But Tyson Fury, I think that was a little weak on his behalf. But to be honest, it doesn't surprise me. They've, the Fury little squad have pulled out of a lot of fights, and not just, Tyson, but Huey and the rest of them, so it wasn't a shock, but, they want to hold on to, their name and their fame as much as they can. So
now,
go ahead, Blue. I just got
so me and you talked about this earlier. A fight with Zhang.
Oh yeah.
What's your thought? Do you feel like you gotta reach out to them and say, hey, listen, could I get this fight? Reach out to Zhang maybe?
Yeah. That's the one they're gonna stay away from just because of the youth. They see the tenacity. I think that, they know that that's what really beats them. I think Joe Joyce could have done a little, something different. I just think that he was a little confused. Like you said, he was trying different things, and he didn't really have a game plan for the 6'6", Chinaman. But I think that would be a great fight for me because, I could show, I'll show the world what I'm capable of. You know what I'm saying? These fights, I need these fights. I tried to get Joe Joyce before he lost. I would have loved that fight. Daniel DeBois before he lost. Before they're taking L's, but I'm not gonna able to get these fights. So now that they're losing, they gotta feed them. You know what I'm saying? They gotta feed them to somebody. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm there with my chops licking. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking real hungry right now. So I'm waiting.
Do you think that what's the best way for fighters, in your opinion, to make these fights happen? Should it just be, should you guys remove the middlemen and just reach out?
Absolutely. You know what? I have to respect Joseph Parker for that. Man, that dude, it's very rare that fighters will reach out to another fighter and say, come on, let's scrap it out. You know what I'm saying? I see your skills. I see, my skills, and I think this is a good time for us to, battle it out and go from there, and Joe Parker reached out to me a few times and it's brought my name up and said he was willing, ready and willing to step in the ring. So I think that was I've never really had, as many fights as I've had, I've never really had that type of, interaction with a fighter, working on getting a fight. Usually, you're your friends and you're not talking about fighting each other. But it would be dope, to skip out on the middleman and make these fights happen. Because that would just bring the power back into the fighter's hands.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we saw with Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, they say, if it wasn't for us reaching out to one another, this fight would not have happened.
Right. And I think that fighters are going to have to do it on their own accord. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have to reach out and like you just said, maybe I'm going to have to reach out to Zhang and say, hey, write them, give them, tell them, hey, I'm willing, I'm ready. Maybe I try to get in with self, you know what I'm saying? But like you said, a lot of these guys, they trying to hold on to their position as best as they can. So, it depends.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, A-Top.
Yo, bringing up Zhang. Hey, Zhang looked like you against I think what's his name, was Wilson or something like that. I was like, yo. When you caught him, were you surprised? Like, and you walked off like you knew it was it. Like,
Yeah, you feel it, man. When you get that, you like, oh man, it's
that was nasty. I was like, yo, that was a nasty shot. What you thought about that fight when you saw that fight Saturday?
Oh man, I thought I just heard that he said that there was he had a rat in his camp.
He
Did
said,
y'all
yeah.
know about that? Zhang said he had a mole in Joe Joyce's camp. And I thought that was a bad move for him to say that if he really did say that. You say that when you're getting ready to battle, not when you actually knocked him out already. You know what I'm saying? That's something you know what I'm saying, you hold as a secret, you know what I'm saying? So but to watch him, he seemed very confident. He seemed like, he was talking, he was in his bag, you know what I'm saying? So he knew it was only a matter of time. So he just he did what he had to do. I think Joyce, a lot of these guys, they actually need some real trainers, some real people that really know what they're doing and know the art. It ain't got nothing to do with, I always try to tell these younger guys that be in there sparring and stuff. I'm like, yeah, you look good throwing punches and moving, but the fundamentals, all the stuff that you did was wrong. You were not the ring general. You were just in there throwing punches. You were parallel with the ropes. You know what I'm saying? You're doing all the wrong things. You know what I'm saying? You basically, you're going uphill. You know what I'm saying? You're fighting uphill when you can make it a lot smoother by just sticking with, the laws and the rules of boxing. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that Zhang, like I said, he did what he had to do. He was pecking and poking and got him out of there.
What about this fight? My brother Marcus R. He said, "What about you and Frank Sanchez? That would be a great fight."
Man, I tried to get in the ring with him too one time. It's funny because we were at, I guess he was being managed by one of my friends of my family, and I was in there in his house and stuff. And this big boy comes walking in, and he don't speak no English. Him and his brother, his big little brother. And I sized him up. I'm like, I like this. I said, I could tell he was a fighter right off the. I said, who is that? I said, I was talking to the guy, my friend was speaking Spanish. I said, ask him his name. I said, ask him how many fights he got. I'm over here. I'm him out. He asked me, I'll get in the ring with you. I said, okay, let's meet. We were supposed to meet, and he never showed up. He never showed up. So, but I would love that fight too. That's a good fight. He fought Jeff Ajagba. I thought he did, I thought he did good. I mean, okay. I thought, I just think his style is kind of, it's like, it's that old traditional, well, it's not even the style, it's the mentality. He has that old traditional Cuban mentality where they wait, they patient, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes they got to push on the gas a little bit. And I think that he doesn't do that enough,
Yeah, he's a little too patient.
Yeah. I mean, and that's a lot of Cubans, sometimes, that's just how it is. They've been, have a lot of fights, boxing and, in the streets, in the alleys, you know what I'm saying? So they got a lot of experience. They're real calm. But like you said, sometimes we've seen Lomachenko, that's been Lomachenko's downfall. Anytime he loses, it's because he wasn't high tech enough. You know what I'm saying? He didn't push enough. So
Right.
That just comes with, having a lot of experience, so.
Right.
Hey, they said the bounty hunter is like the heavyweight Shakur. people really got to start making business decisions when they're talking about fighting you. You know what I mean?
Serious.
So
hey, that boy, man, I love Shakur, the way he fight.
Yeah.
Boy, that boy that dude is nice. But yeah, I appreciate that, man. I'm telling you, I know that I'm a problem when it comes to the heavyweights. I'm definitely a problem, just off the feet alone,
Right.
And I like, my thing is drowning. These guys don't like to swim. They fat, they swing. So
yeah, it's like you're in the position that Luis Ortiz was in, and couldn't get his opportunity until he came across the Wilder fight. And now he's had, he's only fought Wilder and Andy Ruiz.
Right.
As far as, in that situation, like you're in that situation now.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been calling out Andy. Andy said he wouldn't nobody fight him, and I got copyrights to that, so he can't just use those words and not have the boogeyman pop up. So when he said that, I said, hey, I've been trolling him ever since. And I
that's how it's supposed to be.
Until maybe he called me and he come and apologize or he come and talk to me, but he can't say won't nobody fight him, or I'm gonna have to be on his bucket. So,
hey, what you think about this ongoing debate? It'll be a forever debate. Who's the biggest puncher in heavyweight history? You've been in there with Wilder and some of the biggest punchers. Is Deontay Wilder's power?
I'm gonna have to say got to be. I mean, he got to be up there. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Now, when we say power, because there's different types of clubs, like Vladimir Klitschko, big puncher, but different type of punch. What's his name is more like a long rock. Far away. More of a thump. He has his whole arm behind him. So I just think the explosiveness and the leverage on Deontay, as far as him, he has a perfect body frame to be a fighter. You always want to be slim, trim, and tall. You know what I'm saying? To be a fighter, those are the best fighters. That's a fighter's build. So he has the makeup. He's not the most coordinated guy, but he has heart. He's a dog, and if you let him hit you, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to. He got them bombs. You know what I'm
saying? So they talking about him and Joshua fighting in January. It look like they're gonna fight in January. You've been in there with both of them. Who hits harder, and who you think would be who's the tougher fight?
See, this is an interesting fight because I think, especially now that I've even been in the ring with, sparred and kind of put my own little 2 cents in with when you spar with high end people, you have a bond. There's something you automatically learn. You know what I'm saying? So I know he's able to. I was actually able to see it in his last fight. The move he did, I was doing the same move. We were doing the same thing to each other. So, it was really cool to see that he was progressing. But I think technically, I think I give the edge AJ, but what's his name has such a tenacity. You know what I'm saying? He has to be careful that he doesn't get hit in between the whole setup and him breaking him down, because he has to. I think that he can hit him one time. Joshua can hit Deontay Wilder one time and knock him out, but it has to be more of a setup. I don't think that's necessarily the case for Deontay Wilder hitting Anthony Joshua. He doesn't have to set him up. He just has to wing it and hit him with a good shot. You know what I'm saying? So I think
that's crazy, man.
You're playing with.
Yeah.
That's crazy, ain't it?
Yeah, and I don't think
that's absolutely.
If Deontay Wilder forces the issue, I think AJ has a problem. But if he tries to calm and be, it all depends on how they approach the fight. You know what I'm saying? When you're at this level, when you're at a high level like this, a lot of the times it's not about your abilities. Who was the better fighter? It's like, who's the better fighter that night? That's why I always say that. He was the better fighter that night because he had the better strategy. He had the better game plan. You know what I'm saying? So when you're at these high levels, sometimes it just depends on your approach. You know what I'm saying? If you approach it first couple rounds in the wrong way, you might now be, you might be setting yourself up for failure now. You know what I'm saying? So I think that
story of Teofimo and Cambosis.
Yeah, I think it depends on the game plan. I think that they have to really get down to the strategy. You know what I'm saying? And when we say strategy, like Floyd, he's a master when it comes to this. Is before the fight is even start. Before the fight starts, the fight is, if you look at the art of war, the fight is a fool enters battle and then looks for victory. Only somebody who's smart and intelligent wins the battle and then enters it. You know what I'm saying? So I think they have to really start very early, like right now, with the game plan. Like you said, having a mole in there, or even just saying these type of things. This is where the fight is, and this is where it starts. You know what I'm saying? In the training and in the the back and forth of the negotiations. And you can see that that blueprint being taken out of from Canelo's taking the blueprint, and now we've watched the new one is Gervonta Tank Davis is taking the blueprint when Ryan he's sticking with the Mayweather motto, fighting the Spanish people, winning on the on the contract, the hydrations, and making it very tedious on these things. These things put anarchy into your camp. You know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily, even if the guy can do it, even if that's not really even the issue. It's the fact that I was able to throw it in there, and you guys are going to sit there and talk about it for an hour and a half, and not talk about boxing and how to win.
Nice.
Now, if you had to be a betting man, who you got, AJ and Joshua? I mean Wilder.
I say I'm a bet. Dang, that's a good. I'm gonna bet the under. I'm gonna bet the under, and I'm gonna bet a knockout.
I definitely feel like it ain't going to the score. Can you imagine that fight going to the scorecards?
But
what's the chances somebody win that fight unanimous decision?
That's one you ain't gonna win. That one, you bet against that one. You're not gonna win it. Somebody's going to sleep.
Right.
Somebody's
That's
going
a fact.
to. It's been built up. They, even though their demeanor on how they fight, they fight with bad intentions. You know what I'm saying? And that fight is going to. So everybody's going to watch that fight because we want to see somebody, the big man, go to sleep. One of them.
Yeah, somebody.
Hey, champ, is Beterbiev hands really that heavy when he hit? Is it like a thudding?
I fought Beterbiev in the amateurs Olympics.
Right. Do he really have heavy hands as everyone say he do? I
fought him at cruiserweight, and he was strong. He was what they call a good puncher as a cruiserweight. So I could only imagine that means he's a devastating puncher at light heavyweight as a pro, because he was a good puncher as an amateur, as a cruiserweight. You know what I'm saying? So, man, he's hitting those boys. He's definitely strong, man. He's a strong dude. He's resilient. He's older. He knows he's strong. You know what I'm saying? And the thing that is really good about him is that throws people off is he knows how to deal with a boxer. Now he's not a boxer per se, but he knows how to deal with boxing's timing, a boxer's timing. He has it might take him a little bit, but he can adapt to a boxer's timings. Trying to catch you with the right hand when you throw your right hand. Splitting down the middle. He has some good tricks that that he has a good eye and stuff like that. He has a good eye for boxing. He has a lot of experience. I know if you ever watch him and Usyk, fighting the amateurs, to deal with a fleet-footed boxer. He's had a lot of experience. So he's somebody that I would love to get back in the ring. I would go with him, fight him at cruiserweight as well. You know what I'm saying? I can't go light heavy, but I would like to.
So who do you have between him and Bivol?
I think Bivol gives him a problem. I think that.
Okay, break that down for us, champ. Break that down for the chat.
Yeah, I think that Bivol eventually, because he's long and rangy, and the way he throws his punches, his style, he sticks with his distance. He has very good distance. That I think that because of Beterbiev's timing, and he's more of a methodical person. It takes him a little bit to get his timing. So he's definitely going to be. He's going to be one of those. He's one of those guys that comes strong in the later on in the race. You know what I'm saying? That if he's going to win, he's going to win by catching up. You know what I'm saying? So I see that's how that fight would be. It would depend on how far he lets him get behind. As long as he trails him.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like a race. I think that's how that goes. I think they both have enough stamina to deal with each other. But it depends, like I said, it depends on how they approach those 12 rounds. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Do you face yourself? Do you go straight to the body? You know what I'm saying? Do you headhunt? You know what I'm saying? Do you subdue them, act like you're not going to throw no punches for the first couple rounds? You know what I'm saying? It all depends, It's all a game of chess.
Right. No, I definitely agree with that. So, they the fight this weekend, right? Who do you have, Jamel or you have Canelo, and why?
I think it's very interesting. I think Canelo, I give an edge just to Canelo just because of, who he is and all the stuff that he does. But I'm telling you, I think that because, we talking about, a black man here ready to, dive in on his chances to be great, that's going to be hard. That's going to be a hard one to deal with at any level. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what we're going to have. We're going to have somebody, we know the Charlos, how, how they are, you know what I'm saying? They have a chip on their shoulder, and they've always had a chip on their shoulder. So, he's not ready to lay down. And I think that his size gives Canelo a problem. I really do. I think that it's going to be an interesting fight because I think it's an element there, you know what I'm saying? Because of that culture of a Mexican fighting a black man, fighting a black man and Charlo and what they've, having to, come up the ladder. I think that, this is his opportunity. So it's almost like the Daniel Dubois fight Usyk. Like that was his opportunity to be great, to show something. Yeah. Even if he would have, took an L, he didn't have to go down and go on the knee and, go out like he did the last time. I think that really did a bad job. I mean, not a good look for him. So I think that, Charlo's a different little animal. I think, he's had a chip on his shoulder. And I think that this is his time to shine. And I think that he's definitely going to up his stock. Now, I don't know if winning the fight, maybe not. But I think that he wins at the end of it. You know what I'm saying? He rises to the occasion. I don't see him doing, getting outclassed.
What about Benavidez and Andrade?
Oh my God. You know what? Both of these. Well, Andrade is like my brother of mine. I was on the Olympic team with him. We were like, we were kind of like similar. We were kind of like the boogeyman. We even in the amateurs, we were, kind of compared to a little bit. So, I have I'm gonna be biased when I talk about Boo Boo. That's my guy. But as far as now I speak the truth. I have to go technical. Man, that fight is interesting. I just know that Demetrius. People think that he hasn't looked his best, and he's come from the B side. You know what I'm saying? He's coming from a hard story. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, everybody's story is not the same. And but the one thing that I do know about Demetrius that, like I said, me and him are very similar. That he fights to his opponent. He always just does just a little bit better than what his opponent would do. You know what I'm saying? So if his guy is a little sloppy, you're gonna say, oh, he looked bad. You know what I'm saying? But he won. You know what I'm saying? So I think that that's the element that Boo Boo has, and it's hard to see that. You know what I'm saying? If you don't really know him or if you're not close to him. So I just think that this is going to be I don't know about this one. I'd rather give you the other ones like if I had to give a choice with Deontay, I would say Deontay early. You know what I'm saying? If I had to pick, if you were bending my arm, I would have to say Deontay. the Charlo thing, I would have to say Canelo, just the edge. I think that Charlo gives a element to be great. I think he's going to show his moments. But that last fight, that one is I have no clue. I have no clue. I would like to see. I think that, like I said, my thinking that Boo Boo is going to rise. He's going to show up. And he's gonna give a hell of a. This is his time. You know what I'm saying? So I think that he's gonna put on a great performance.
Yeah. Blue got Boo Boo. I got Beterbiev. So
Okay.
we're gonna see. Yeah, it's a pick 'em fight. It's a pick 'em fight.
That fight is that's a boxing fan's dream fight.
Woo!
Right there.
I love it.
Yeah.
We need more fights like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, when you have fights like that, like I'm a fan. I'm over here like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that's the fight we want. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Those are the fights we want to watch. Real fighters want to watch chess matches. You know what I'm saying? So and high speed chess matches. So I can't wait. You know, I think the fans are going to win on this one. I think it's a really exciting fight. You know what I'm saying? I think this is one of the best fights that they could ever put on. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I give kudos to those guys doing it.
Now I gotta ask you this. What did you think of the Crawford Spence first fight, and what do you think about the rematch? Can Errol Spence be different in the rematch?
See, I have a lot to say about this too, because Earl is my brother. Terrence is my brother. You know, I grew up around these guys. I was in the Olympics, in the whole Olympic circuit with these guys. You know, when Terrence Crawford had that issue with Gary Russell, I was there. You know what I'm saying? So, I have a lot of history with these guys. I was at the training camp sparring with AJ in Dallas, watching them getting ready for Terrence Crawford. So I was able to, get to see firsthand. And the thing that I seen, I'm glad I get to, say my spiel, because everybody, we all have our own opinions. But what mine is I seen that. I think that, when you have a big fight, even like when I did the same thing, we all do it in the Olympics, or you have a big moment, you tend to want to do things, as best you can, and you will change a couple of things, Now, Earl used to fight at 154 in the amateurs.
Mm-hmm.
And
he actually started his pro career at 154 too.
Right. He wasn't no spring chicken, you know what I'm saying? Like, exactly. So he wasn't he wasn't slim then. It's not like he had an easy time. Now, he wasn't super struggling at 154, but he was at 154 for a reason. So, right. When I seen him in Dallas, he didn't seem to be knotted and cut up like he usually did. Now, he was already slim and trim. He seemed to be small, on weight already. Now, I said, and I thought that this could be a good thing, because when I fought cruiserweight, I always make sure I'm like, I'm walking around, 205. I can just, it's not going to be nothing for me. I can sleep it off, and I'm going to be right on weight. So that's good for me, because I'm messing with 200 pounds. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But when I originally looked at him, I said, okay, he's on weight already. That's good, and I knew that he got a new nutritionist, and, they start, trying to implement new things, you know what I'm saying? Because his weight and stuff. So I think that what happened in my assessment, and then after watching the fight, and, he looked different. Even in training, when I seen him, he looked the same way. He looked a little bit out of it, tired, lethargic, and very slim. You feel me? He looked on weight, but he didn't look knots. Usually, like, he looked like it's knotted. Yang. He just looked cut up. You know what I'm saying? Like, already on weight. So then when he fought and I seen what was happening, I said, this was my assessment, that he got the new nutritionist. The nutritionist made him lose weight to get down to 147 easier. That's a difference from cutting weight. When you cut weight, you're bigger. You know what I'm saying? So, which would be a good idea if you were somebody like me, or you where you were like Terrence Crawford, where you were growing into the weight. But I think Earl Spence was a wrong move that they made him make. They made him make weight for a long period of time, and that means he just struggled. All he did was struggle for those 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Instead of doing what a boxer normally does, is get close to the weight, cut, and then come back up and hydrate. You know what I'm saying? Which is that's a normal protocol for somebody like Earl Spence, because he's been having to make that weight for so long. You know what I'm saying? He can't lose weight to 147, but he could cut to 147. So I think that by having the nutritionist.
I want to stop you right there, champ. Explain to the people. Now I know what you're talking about, but explain to the people that may not understand what you just said, the difference between cutting. Explain to the people that in detail.
So, like I said, when you lose weight, you get down to that weight already. Like when I fought at 200, I lost weight to 205, 202, and then I could just lose a couple pounds, and I could cut weight, if you will. And then when you go back on the scale, you come back up. But that's more of a losing weight. When you cut weight, you may be 10, 15 pounds off of your weight, and then you dry out. You no longer eat. You start fasting. You sweat it out, and then you lose your water weight. It's not your actual fat or muscle that you're losing. It's all of your water content. You're drying yourself out, and then when you get back on the scale, after you get on the scale, you get a Pedialyte. You get your electrolytes back in. Your minerals, your salt. You want to rehydrate the best way you can. So that's the difference between cutting and actually losing. And I felt like because of all the hype and because of the intensity of the fight and the build up, that he made sure that he lost weight. And what that did to him was he struggled for the couple weeks. You know what I'm saying? That's why they say, I heard, they said he seen him struggling in Mount Charleston when he was running. He was breathing hard. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see that, but I just heard, what I'm saying? These are the things that, he was struggling for the whole time. And that's what it looked like to me. And I also think, you couldn't really see the damage that had been done from his car accident, because he's the truth. He was Earl Spence, and he did so well with those after those 2 fights after the accident. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like definitely, we could see, just the way I was just showing my friends. If you go on YouTube and you look up I forgot what you have to look up. It's Olympic team. We were all in camp. It was Caleb Plant was right there. Earl Spence was right there. Marcus Brown was right there. It was I was over there, and we were all young kids. They were just showing on the video, telling us to, say our name and stuff like that. And if you see how sharp and move and how lively Earl Spence was, he's like, if you're not a boxer, you know what I'm saying? If you're not a boxer, you don't know who I am. You know what I'm saying? Blah, blah. He was just so lively. And now when you see him now, and that also could be because of because of, life and what he's gone through as well. And, him having a new, mouthpiece and all that. But you can also tell that his demeanor is much different. He's more, his energy, you know what I'm saying? There's a difference between being a punchy fighter and a shot fighter, and I think that we can see little glimpses of when fighters take big shots, and being a difference between being a shot fighter is that you're not punchy, you're not in the mind, you're still sharp, but your nervous system being shot your nervous system is not working accordingly with what you were used to. You know what I'm saying? It's taken a total dive. So those are the difference between being punchy and shot. I mean, I have uncles who you know what I'm saying, who got punchy, and family, friends and stuff like that. So I've been able to watch these things for, since I was a kid, you know what I'm saying? And have a good understanding about these, what happens during these boxes. So I think that Earl Spence, we're seeing a little bit of him being, his nervous system being a little shot from, the situation, and also, making that weight over and over and over again, and you know, having his fights that he's fighting and having the accident and, you know, all the stuff that he's done. So, but I think that he definitely does do better at 154. I still not sure. You know, there's a lot of questions that were that need to be answered, as obviously when that fight, because that was a mean whooping, and that was a real hard one to deal with. And for somebody like, as much as I know, Earl Spence is, we don't call him the truth for nothing. He's a real live dog. He's always been humble. You know, we all growing up and young, and you know what I'm saying, and you know, we all have our own little habits and demons that we fighting. So, but deep down, he's always been a real dude, and he's always been, you know, in dog shape when it comes to fight. So, to see Terrence showcase the performance like he did, and to see Earl, you know, just, to me, it wasn't Earl. You know what I'm saying? As much as I, you know, I had no, you know, no dog in the fight. I didn't have no bet. You know, they're both my friends. So, but I just see that wasn't the Earl that we all know, and we all know that. So I think that to give him another chance at 154, and you know, to see what and we know what he's done in the past, I think that he deserves that. You know, even at 154, you know. So I think that I think he will do better, but I think it's just very, very hard to come from a whooping like that, and to come from you know, somebody that, I mean, a victory like that, you know, to come from a defeat to triumph. But you know, that's what boxing is made of. You know, these we need that. So for Earl's not gonna, he's gonna step in there. You know, a lot of people probably think that, oh, he should, you know, find tune-ups, and you know, he needs a blah blah, but that's not in his bloodline. You know what I'm saying? That's not who he is. He's gonna go right back to the park, and you know what I'm saying, and you know, pick on that bully again. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and face him. So he's gonna, you know, he's gonna die on his shield, or you know, or come victorious on that night. So I'm looking for a great fight, and I hope he redeems himself. I hope we see a great fight. You know, I hope we see a better fight than what we did before. You know.
Yeah. What you got, ASAP?
Hey man, he answered that beautifully.
Yeah,
He answered that absolutely beautifully, man. I was listening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Cheese agreed with you. He said, yeah, man, it was feeding that man Scooby snacks until he got to 147. I couldn't. You know, I looked at the chat when he said that. I was like, man, that's crazy.
Energy, you know, he's usually more lively when I seen him. You know, that's my boy. Right. So I thought he was getting ready for a big fight. I wasn't, you know, I just, you know, checked on him. I was talking to his, you know, I talked to his dad and his father, just checking on him. But when I took the eye test told me that he was slim. He looked slimmer than I normally seen him, you know, especially at that time. And he didn't look like, you know, usually he got knots on him. You know what I'm saying? He just looked, you know, super strong. He just looked on weight this time, you know. So that, you know, that was my assessment. You know, not taking nothing from Terrence, because we know.
Do you think that's a test?
Is a dog.
That's a testament to not working with Blu-ray? Do you like, because you can see the difference. People actually had difference, like side by side pictures of them. Do you think that he needs to go back to Blu-ray so he can, you know, have that type of aesthetic that he had before?
I think it's hard to say. I think that he needs to pinpoint a little bit, and you know, maybe get with the person who has the right mindset. But I think that he don't need to lose weight. He needs to cut weight to 154. You know, he maybe needs to have a couple trial runs before he does it, you know, just to, you know, fill it out. And these are things that when you talk about training, you know, when you talk about real strategy, these are the type of things that that needs to be done in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Not just, you know, the on technique and all that. You need to go over certain things and certain, you know, the night of the fight, you know, how you know what time is going to be, and you know what you might feel like. You know what I'm saying? The rehydration clause. You know, these things need to be going over. You need to go over with. It needs to be practiced.
I never heard nobody say that. That's pretty clever. Imagine that, Blue. You practicing weight loss and weight cutting, so you know how it feels.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you know, I said this, right? I said that he need to bring in the proper sparring partner to mimic Terrence Crawford. And what you think about this? I said somebody like Laura, for instance, and I said you bring in Laura and you spar Laura the night on every Saturday, not during the week, but every Saturday. At the time that you would be making a ring walk and fighting on that Saturday, and you spar that specific person.
Perfect. These are the things that I'm talking about. So you know, and you have it. And that, see, that's like I don't know what you call that, but it's like it's a certain type of energy when you do things like that. For the mindset of a fighter, you're doing something to the mindset of a fighter. That's one thing that if you know, when I used to be in Vladimir Klitschko's camp, that I always took to about Emmanuel Stewart. He was very good at making his fighter feel good. You know what I'm saying? Like if I got the best of Vladimir, that he pulled me out in the middle of the sparring. Nah. And stop the sparring and go over it with Vladimir, and you're doing it all wrong. And you know what I'm saying? Go over it and go over the mitts and stuff, and then get back in there. You know what I'm saying? Or even if it had to deal with today, okay, today, you know, it's off. We're doing something different today. So when you're getting prepared for a fight, it's different than training when you're not in a fight. You know what I'm saying? You're training specifically for that day. You know what I'm saying? For that night. So, you may there's fighters that look bad all day during camp. You know what I'm saying? But when it really comes down to that fight, you know what I'm saying? It's time to show up. You know what I'm saying? But that's all the training. So it depends on your fighter and who you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? And I think you're right. I think that they needed Laura. I think that would be the perfect. I mean, Laura is one of my favorite fighters, you know, of this generation. You know, I don't think he gets as much credit as he deserves, and you know, he's a GOAT to me in my eyes, and I still think he's underrated. But I do too. I think that would be a perfect person to bring in. You know, he needs to bring in different people's, you know, like that. You know, southpaws, you know, orthodox. You know, I think, you know, like you said, I think he's going to stick with the southpaw situation, because I think that they know that, you know, southpaw against southpaw is a little bit more difficult. So, and you know, Earl's had a little bit more problems with the southpaw. So, but I agree with you, Blue Blood. I think that they should definitely, you know, they got to start working on these things and start implementing it in the mind. You know, you got to see it. That's how the manifestation happens.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
right. And that's my whole point, to mimic the actual fight.
Yeah, I get you. You know, yeah. Vladimir literally, when we would spar, you would spar in the exact same ring for 6 weeks that he was going to fight in. You feel me? Mm-hmm. No different. He would take that ring, and we'd be all the way in Austria, but he would take that exact ring and be in Germany, you know, and you would be fighting in that ring. You know what I'm saying? So,
wow.
Even if it didn't do nothing, you know what I'm saying? But that was one edge, a mental edge, you know, that he won, you know what I'm saying, in his own mind for his team. That's a victory for his team that he's going to perform that night. You know what I'm saying? So these things need to be done.
Mm-hmm. Well, I appreciate you, champ, coming through, man.
Man, I appreciate
you.
Anytime, man. I'm gonna be back on here after my victory.
Yeah, I was about to say, man, we got to tap in with you.
Please do, man. Anytime y'all I'd love to talk this boxing talk. So I appreciate y'all for letting me, you know, be on here and yap away at y'all, you know.
Absolutely. And let them know where they can find you.
On Michael Bounty Hunter on Instagram. And I forgot my Twitter. I gotta get that one on point. But I appreciate y'all. A-Side, Blue Blood. Appreciate y'all, man.
Man, absolutely.
My God, man. Hey, much blessings to you on Saturday. And I'm tapping in soon as Saturday night, man. Sunday morning.
We'll be back on it. And let's push these envelopes, man. Let's get these big baby fights out there. Let's get these.
That's a fact.
Whatever fights the fans want to see. I'll go to cruiserweight, bridgerweight. It don't matter. Whatever fight, put it up.
Facts.
One love.
All right. Hey, you going to the gym tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll be there.
All right. I'm going to pull up.
All right. One love.
All right. My brother A-Side, man. What you think?
Man, phenomenal storyteller. Dude's a historian, and he's young. Like, I wouldn't say historian to the degree of like, but he's well versed in the sport of boxing. What you looking at, Blue? What just happened just now?
My camera keep freezing.
Oh man, I'm like, what's going on? You threw me off just now.
You see, it's like I'm in the Matrix, bro.
Hey, when black people start looking, the other black people just stop talking. I'm in a whole nother state, and I'm like, hey, what's going on? What's going on? Yeah. Yo, the worst thing that can happen is if you run off screen and I run off screen too. What the hell you saying?
Hey, Blue, man, what you looking at, man? What you see over there, man? What you?
He got me looking and peeping. What's going on?
Yeah, A-Side said, what you got going over there, man? What you see over there, man? What's happening over there, man?
Yeah, hey, that's a fact. Yeah, but nah, man, just an excellent boxing man. See how you do that, man? You see?
Yeah, you know what it is that I turned to look and it's freezing. And so it's pausing me there, but I'm really just looking. There's a window right here.
Right.
I have a bay window.
Yeah, Marcus, you know how he is, man. He over here getting everybody in the chat nervous. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what if y'all just see me dip off the camera? Like?
Like, oh. Yo.
I just dip off. Hey, but
I enjoyed it. Thoroughly enjoyed it. The chat enjoyed it. Coda always talking about something he wanted to spar somebody. He said he wanted to spar the bounty hunter.
Man, come
Coda
on,
funny.
Hey, we're gonna have another special guest on tomorrow too, man. So
yeah.
Tapped in.
All right, cool.
But let's get on out of here, great brother. I know it's late.
Take us out.
You gotta get up early, man.
Oh yeah.
Facts. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon, and get all the new notifications. Follow us on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. Hey, tell them about the logo though, man. What you think about the new logo?
Oh, the logo, and I seen it on the and I showed Pam on the shirt. She was like, "Ooh, yeah." I was like, "Yeah, that's hard." I like them on the shirts too.
Yeah.
Hey, now I got some. Just get them out. Just get them out to me. I got something for you, man.
All right, say less. Let's make it happen.
That's a fact.
We're gonna be live, man. I was waiting long enough for that, man. I'm like, finally, man.
Oh, for the I was driving when you sent me down. Like, yo, I'm at the green light. Yo, people blow me like,
as soon as I got it, I was excited to send it over to you, man. I'm like, I sent it to you. I ain't even fully look at it. I just looked at it. I was like, ooh. I was like, yo, let me send this to A-Side.
And got him going. I seen that. I was like, yo, I told you I'm at the green light. Trying to text back. Yeah, everybody like, I was about to say everybody blowing me, but then Cheese in the chat, he gonna be like, pause, nigga.
Pause. Hey,
I gotta be careful. Cheese got the best ears in the chat.
Facts. Hey man, that logo is sick, isn't it?
Nah, I'm messing with it, man. Yeah. I like that logo. I'm messing with that logo.
All right, man. I appreciate you, great brother. I'll tap in with you tomorrow.
All right, tomorrow. We on.
All right, people. Blessings. Peace.
Good night, Maya Egypt.
Maya Egypt.